your opinion, what would be the best word to describe Fire in the Distance sound in this album?
I would say emotion.
Emotion.
Yeah, emotion.
Cool.
I got it. I agree.
Yeah, yeah, it moves something inside,
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Every time
good.
that I listen the album, I feel like this. I'm feeling like this. Just emotional, especially for the keyboards on the synthesizer. It's nice.
Right. Because out those synthesizers and the orchestral parts, it wouldn't be as emotional. I mean, they kind of really make the music. Without it, it'd be
Yeah.
thing,
Yeah.
Yeah. That's
Right.
that's the right answer. Cool. That
Yeah.
something moves you something inside there.
Yep.
Really cool.
Yeah, the butterfly in your stomach.
It's like butterflies in your stomach. Something
Mhm.
stuff
Nice.
is really nice.
Jan.
Okay.
to-
Why always? You just told us that you're going to release an instrumental version of "We're Not Meant for Us," but it caused me some kind of curiosity. Why you always have an instrumental song in all your albums?
Okay. Honestly, kind of the reason why we have instrumental in our album. Well, it's more just to kind of to fit space. To be honest, because we have the record label wants us to have a certain amount of time for the album, anywhere between like 50 to 60 minutes, roughly. So we had all of the songs with vocals written, and then we needed to have one more song because the album would have been too short. So we put a drift there, and it was actually something that Igor had written years, I think like a couple years prior. And he said, well, we'll just put it on there because that's actually the only song that is tuned to B. And it's used with a 6-string. The rest of the songs are tuned to F sharp, and we all use 7 strings. So that was more just like a space filler for us. And we also included James of the band Burial in the Sky, and he does the guitar solo as well as Igor. And it was just kind of like he's a really amazing guitar player, great guy, and we wanted to have him be part of the album because he's very good friends with all of us. So, but it's more just for a filler, a space filler. And Sundial was on the last song of Echoes. That one was more so we wanted something that was kind of a little more aggressive and like a punch in the gut kind of ending. It was probably the darkest song of the album and the fastest.
It feels like that.
Mhm.
Okay, in your social media, you say you are from Connecticut,
Yeah.
but how was the experience to have a Salt Lake City producer and recording in some studios in New England and North Carolina, because you moved for all America?
Yeah, it's awesome. I mean, we traveled. Dave Kaminsky, who recorded the album, he's from Connecticut as well. We recorded the first album with him in Connecticut at his studio, Studio Wormwood, which is actually very close to where I live now, in Connecticut. But he moved to Asheville, North Carolina, so we going down there because we won't use anybody else. We love Dave. He just knows how we write. He knows how we sound, and he really will push you, to get you to play it perfect. He doesn't like the cut and paste. He's like very ready. And then, having Randy do the orchestral composition is just something incredible because, we were able to speak with him, and he did that, and would send us kind of videos and files. We never went to Salt Lake City to meet in person. It was all through Zoom or FaceTime, but we communicated with him, and he really knows his stuff. He's a genius when it comes to orchestral composition and just songwriting, in general. So it was great. Made the trip to North Carolina twice. I went down for my guitar session with Igor, and then that was 5 days, and then I went back down about later with Craig to do vocals, and that was about 5 days as well. So it's a 16-hour drive from where we are. Go there.
Okay.
Alex,
Family time.
Okay.
Your side project or main project, Sixth Degree, is yet working along with Fires in the Distance. Since we had to know nothing new from a while.
You 60 Grit. You're asking about 60 Grit?
Yes.
Yep.
Yes.
Yeah. So 60 Grit was my first band. Back from when I was about 18 years old, and that went from and we were all high school friends that loved death, and that was I've done that before, from 18 years old to 30 years old, and I wrote all the music, and that was just straight death metal, very heavy, and that's why I really learned how to do vocals, guttural vocals. But eventually we dissolved the band because I think we all, I got married, and the rest of the guys were getting careers and getting married as well, so it was tough to keep the band going. Eventually I probably will write more 60. The fans in Connecticut are do that when you're going to do a reunion, so probably will at some point, but right now my main focus is Fires. I like the style of metal that Fires is great.
No, it's like a more sosegate stuff, or
Yeah.
quite
Yeah.
Yeah, sure.
Down the road I'd like to do it, but it's more Fires for a while. Yeah.
Cool.
So how do you feel about the online platforms to promote the albums? Do you think that is a natural evolution of things?
Yeah, I think that the online platforms have really helped us get out there. For sure. People from all around the world have responded very positively to this album, and without the online platforms and type of social media, we wouldn't be as well known as we are. And the fact of the matter, it's really helped because both of our albums have gotten numerous billboards because of that. I believe it's really because of the online platforms that are getting out there. So it's really amazing. This is like a dream come true for all of us, all four of us, because we all want to be where we're at. Ever since we started playing music and are like 12, 13 years old, it's great that we can actually do this now, and a lot of it happens online. The only thing I think that online does a little bit is when it comes to streaming. It's more convenient for the listener. It takes money out of the artist's pocket. We don't make really hardly any money when it comes to the streaming, but we're not doing it for the money anyway. It's more just for the love and the love of metal.
Okay.
Yes,
cool.
because for us, for example, we live in Colombia, and all this kind of music is not very common to buy it in a store or something like that. It's very difficult. So for us, it's a pleasure, but we think in the money too, because you're working, and it's very important for you guys.
Right. We really, if we're gonna get paid, it's really the shows that we play, the live shows, sell our like t-shirts, vinyls, tangent like CDs, but that's really how if we're gonna make anything from that. But the streaming, it really get it out. And I love that, because really, if it wasn't for you guys and all the listeners and people that love Fires, we wouldn't be where we are. So we owe really everything to you guys.
That's cool. Yeah, like Wallace said, it could be possible. It couldn't be possible for four guys from Colombia know your band if you are not in a streaming platform. So, so that's really cool.
Yeah, it's great, and I'm happy you guys. Really.
And now talking with you is a pleasure for us.
It's an honor. Yeah, really. We love your music for sure. Have you been playing in South America, or you have plans for playing South America in the near future?
Absolutely. We would love to play in South America. We hope to. Right now, in terms of shows, we have a couple shows coming up starting next month up until our major tour, which will be in October, which is about 2.5 weeks, and that's going to do the east coast of the U.S.
Yep.
It's part of the central, U.S. going down And then 2024, we made, we have already putting together a West Coast tour, and then probably after that we're going to start South America and hopefully out into Europe. So yeah, I'd love to play Colombia. I have one of my best friends lives in Bogota. He was. I grew up with.
We all live in Bogota. Well, I live close to Bogota in the countryside, but it's very
Right.
close.
You have four more friends.
Yeah, no, I'm gonna, and I'd love to visit you guys because he keeps talking about, and he's actually the old bass guitar player of 60 Grit. His name is, Kyle. His name is Kyle, but he works down there, and he's been doing a lot of stuff. He works in the forest, with journalists, stuff like that. So there's a lot cool, but I'm definitely gonna come down there, and as far as fires in the distance, yeah, we'd love to play very big South America.
No, for sure. You are very
Please
welcome.
come with a lot of merch because I wanna shirts, CDs, everything of you.
So thank you. Yeah.
Yeah, sure.
No, if you need something where to stay, you have 4 houses there.
Yeah.
You let us know.
Well,
Just let us know.
Really am going to come. I mean, I'll probably come by myself first because just to go down there. But yeah, I'll absolutely let you know when I'm coming down. I'll text you and on WhatsApp, and then I'll.
Oh, for sure. We'll wait for it.
Yeah.
We look forward for it. Okay.
Sounds good.
Sounds
Man.
really good. Sounds like a plan, man.
Yeah, it does. I'm like maybe next winter. So that's kind of the plan. Or
Winter, your winter is summer for us. So
This summer.
if you wanna get out from the cold, just come down here, and it's very cheap because current
change.
exchange is.
oh yeah, I love that. I
Yeah.
don't-
So
Yeah.
you can run with $100. You made a lot.
Yeah.
you are
our
a
cur-
rich man.
Yeah, our
You have
Our ca-
$100. You're a rich man here.
Oh,
yeah,
cool.
yeah. Our currency is terrible. Our currency, so
Mhm.
it's okay if you come with the US dollar. Yeah, you won't have any issue for. Yeah.
That works for me. I'll bring a couple $100 with me. Just get some good food. You guys can show me around because
Yeah, for sure. For
Awesome.
sure. Awesome.
Which are your future plans with the band?
what are our future plans?
Yep.
Yeah.
Future plans.
Yeah. So our future plans are to, of course, tour and promote this album, Air, which we're going to be doing. We have another, our record contract with Prosthetic Records is a 3-album, 6-year deal. So we have to do one more album with Prosthetic Records, which we will do. And hopefully after that, we either re-sign with them or go on to another label, depending on, what offers are made and things like that. But our plans are to just pretty much tour all over the world and get out there as much as possible and just keep pounding the pavement and playing metal because that's what we love to do, and keep on fans and really show every time.
And it's going well with Prosthetic Records?
Yes. Prosthetic's been great to us. They have really given us good advice. Steve Joe, who's our guy, he's amazing. He's the one who found us. It's a pleasure to work with him because he found a lot of huge bands, a lot of big out there, like Lacuna Coil and Shadows Fall, all that, like just awesome bands,
Yeah.
And he's really, really good guy, and he's kind of showed us, this is what you do, or start like as far as touring, how strategically we go about it, and then now we have the actual tour manager who's been great. We've had him for a couple of months, but he's really been helping us with getting on the bigger festivals and stuff like that as well. But plans are to just keep on playing and keep on making music and kill until we can't anymore.
Cool.
Do you want to leave a message to our listeners in Alto Voltaje. Alto Voltaje is our show, is high voltage in English. Do you want to leave a message to all our listeners in
Yes.
Colombia?
Absolutely. To the listeners is thank you for supporting Extreme Metal and all the styles of metal, and thank you for supporting you guys who are doing something possible. And without none of this would be possible. So keep on listening, supporting. When we do come to Colombia, we're going to play a hell of a show. Love you very much.